They are not happy of black excellence. They don't want to see black people succeeding. They don't want to see black people progressing, making progress in life. They always wanted to see black people suffering.
Brand spanking new Lexus SUV. How is that possible?
Money.
Integrate into the same neighborhood that I worked my entire life to get into. I don't understand it.
That's when you start seeing the racism come out of people.
Here's this guy right here in his brand new Lexus.
There he is,
there
right
he
there.
Is, right there.
That guy right there. That's a
Look at that
Haitian
vehicle.
Yeah, that's an immigrant.
That's an immigrant with a $100,000 Lexus.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have white friends, it's only fall into two categories. You have less money than them, and they're not going to say nothing to you, or you have more money than them, and they're just waiting for the time to just take you out.
What's your profession?
I am currently a labor and delivery registered nurse, and I am in school pursuing my FNP in a Doctor of Nursing Practice program.
Ooh. Mom, what's your profession?
I am the Executive Director of Next Level Community Development Center. I am a highly sought after administrator, grant writer, and strategist.
Facts. Dad, what's your profession?
I'm a director for a medical device pharmaceutical company.
Facts. Hey, Chad, what's your profession?
I'm a product owner for a water meter company.
Tight shit.
Chase, what's your profession?
I'm an R&B singer and a nurse.
All right, today, white people are proving to us that they are not happy with black excellence. Today, white people are coming out showing us truly that they are not anymore happy seeing black people, seeing black Americans each and every day silent and rising up. You know, since black people decided to go silent and decided to do their things silently, today they are seeing the productivity. Today they are seeing the outcome of black silence, which is excellence. Grand Rising Kings and Queens, this is Majoka Report Extra. If you are new here, kindly let us all take just 1 minute, we subscribe. 1 second, we subscribe. Now, let's go. Kindly, each and everybody, let us all subscribe. All right. Thank you for your subscription. Now, these white people today are coming out rage. They are coming out exposing. They are coming out clearly showing us that they are not happy with black excellence. For decades and decades of years, we have seen how these people used to treat black people. We have been seeing how black people used to suffer under the hands and the control of these white people. But today, the truth is coming out. Today, black people are proving them that that their time is over. And it's time for black people to prove them that they are capable of becoming more and more excellence in life. Before we continue with this commentary, let us watch some of the videos that I have prepared for you, and then we come back, we talk more as we always do. Let's go.
Why do white people resent black excellence? Let's talk about it. Not all white people are racist, obviously, but there is a specific subset for whom black excellence seems like a personal affront to them, right? It really bothers them when black people succeed. The 13th Amendment emancipated enslaved black Americans in 1865, and then the Jim Crow laws kind of wrapped up with the passing of the Civil Rights Act in 1964. So if we do the math, that's about 61 years in which black Americans were able to strive for success in any sort of meaningful way without like the constraints of the law pulling them down. 61 years. If we compare that to white Americans who besieged a land already owned and occupied by indigenous Americans, we'll put that around 1620 when, the Mayflower came here, then that gives them about 425 years to establish success in this country. 425 versus 61. If we compare those two fundamentally very different time spans, like, how much did white Americans actually do in all of that time? If we are to compare even the poorest and most underprivileged of white America to black America generally, it is clear that white Americans are born way past the start line, right? By that I mean, by like nature of being white in American society, you do benefit from all sorts of privileges. And like, to be frank, you're not exhausted by the horrible experience of facing racism on a daily basis, right? You do have a ton of privileges. So I imagine existing in this bubble of privilege that you like totally deny. The existence of black people for whom success is like second nature, when it comes so easily and so readily, even though you've only had 61 years to achieve it, I imagine that's exhausting and frustrating. I imagine it makes people feel super, super inferior and hurts certain people's tiny, tiny little egos. And what do they blame that deep, deep psychic pain on? Well, of course, DEI and critical race theory and affirmative action. I guess the question is, what might help those white Americans who just so strongly detest Black excellence? Like, what will help you? And for that, I would suggest like a lot of therapy, like a ton of therapy. And I would also just suggest that we open the schools, right? We teach people history. Yeah, maybe? Okay, bye.
Yeah, I was on TikTok the other day, y'all, and I can't even remember the post. But baby, I went to those comments. Y'all gotta go to the comments. Sometimes it don't all the way be that post. It be the comments. So fast forward, I go down in the comments, and this person said she just knows in her heart of hearts that Black success, Black excellence is a direct pipeline to white racism. And baby, I had to pause. I had to pause because y'all know it's true. Because nothing, and I mean nothing, pisses racist white folks off more than Black success. Baby, you can set your watch by it. The moment a Black person shines, here they come. And baby, they be big mad. Look around. Shador Sanders, drag. Jasmine Crockett, attack. Stacey Abrams, undermine. Barack and Michelle Obama, baby, they been long gone and they still catching hate over being overqualified. Meanwhile, Donnie and them ran up in the White House with resumes of a used car salesman. Baby, nepotism at its best. Underqualified ain't even the word. But when it's us, baby, they gonna twist that story, twist that narrative, and tie themselves in knots trying to convince the world that we don't belong. And why though? Because deep down inside, they know, baby, they could never. We've done more with less. We thrive in a system that is built for our demise. And baby, they could never. That's why their brain short circuits with rage. That's why their comments overflow with vitriol. And honestly, y'all, I love that for us. I do. Because every time that rage gets out of hand, it's proof that our excellence is undeniable. So happy Black History 365, y'all. Keep shining, keep winning. Because our success will always expose their mediocrity. See y'all next time.
You know, I'll never forget the day a white buddy of mine said Black people don't deserve equality because they could never get enough. And that's true. White people are actually scared of equality. That's just how racist we are as a people. And it's not just that one person. White culture in general. Probably I would say most white people, when they hear the word equality, they fear that white people will be oppressed because brown, Black, and indigenous people might actually get what's fair and just. That's just how racist we are. And we're so obsessed with the idea of not having equality in America for Black, brown, and indigenous people that we don't have health care, that we don't have economic equality. We don't have reasonable gun laws. Our liberties are being stripped because we have a fascist, racist, white supremacist regime in office because we are so scared of equality. We're so scared that Black and brown folks might become the majority one day. That we had a Black president, and now we've got to have a white supremacist president. That's how scared we are of equality. That's how racist we are as a people. Go to the fucking root. The root of America's problems. The root of the white man and the white woman, their problems, and America and the world. If you think about it, colonialization, white supremacy, the mentality of white people today, not just yesterday, today, right now, the denial racially, the silence, the apathy, the continuous gaslighting, all that fucking shit, that's ruined us. It's ruined white people, and it's ruining our nation. And whose fault is it? White people's fault. Their inability to fucking fix their goddamn problem. Until we fix white supremacy, everything we try will fail. It's dysfunctional and it's toxic, and Trump and this regime is the perfect proof of all that shit. How we got in this fucking mess? White people's bullshit. White people's racist fucking bullshit. Period.
They don't want people to be able to fail forward the same way they do, because somewhere deep inside them, they know they're not the smartest people in the room. They know they don't have the best ideas in the room. How do we know this? Because they're borrowing ideas from Nazi Germany, a failed experiment that led to a Holocaust of millions of people. They're trying it again because they're so inferior and they're so terrified that Zoran Mamdani or that Barack Obama isn't white, but they're smarter, they're better looking, they're more liked, and I could go on and on and on down the list. Black excellence or brown excellence exposes white mediocrity, and they can't stomach it.
I've been seeing a lot of my people in comments trying to figure out why white Americans are so upset and enraged that black people are trying to fight for their rights, their civil rights, their human rights. And I'm going to be the one to tell you that black people was imported here. We were never intended to have rights. After the Europeans committed a whole mass genocide towards the Native Americans, they didn't have any workers. So you know what they did? They went to Africa and they stole us and brought us here. Our whole purpose of being here was to do work and not get paid for it. Was to be treated like property. We were money. We were property. We were money. It was literally taught to dehumanize us and not see us as people. America was not built on the conscience of accepting anybody outside of themselves. So hell yeah, they're mad. Hell yeah, they're mad. They don't have no other sense of community besides coming together to spew hatred and using the Bible to back it up. I mean, they were so upset about the fact that Lyndon Johnson granted all black people federally the right to vote, as well as the DEI Act, that they just switched parties. They were so mad that we had a say-so in who runs this country, because we are citizens here, that they decided to go from Democrats to Republicans, and that's where all that shit started.
Listen to this. Check it out.
I understand now more than ever why white people don't like to learn about black history, American history, because white America create many of the conditions it now condemns. See, you don't get to enslave generations of people, publicly lynch them after Sunday church service, segregate them, strip them of land and wealth, destroy their communities, over-police neighborhoods, flood them with drugs, incarcerate their fathers, underfund their schools, deny them equal protection under the law, and then point out the pain created by those systems and call the people the problem. That is not accountability. That is historical gaslighting. And the audacity of white America to project violence, criminality, and moral failure onto black people while refusing to confront its own history is one of the greatest manipulations this country has ever performed. Because some of the most horrific acts of mankind were committed on American soil. They were not done by the oppressed, they were normalized by the oppressor. Lynchings became family events. Black bodies were burned, tortured, mutilated, bred, sold, violated, experimented on, and discarded while people quoted Bible verses and called it God's will. Entire systems of terror were justified through whiteness, power, colonization, and a man-made interpretation of religion. And the most dangerous lie America ever told was that racism is over simply because the language became more polished. Ruby Bridges is still alive. The descendants of segregationists are still alive. The systems evolved. They did not disappear. So when people say stop blaming the past while actively supporting policies that suppress truth, restrict rights, attack education, control women's bodies, criminalize blackness, divide the poor, and preserve inequality, understand what is really happening. They do not want accountability. They want amnesia. Because racism survives best in a country that pretends.
Right here, we got a group of brothers graduating. Look at this, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to talk about these type of things. If you focus on negative, that's all you're going to fucking get. Right here, once again, we got a bunch of brothers Look at them getting to it. Look at all these black men getting their degrees, bro. Once again, they wouldn't want to talk about this. They wouldn't want to show it. And then if they even get them, they're gonna talk about DEI, bro. Y'all just catch up. You know what I'm saying? Right here, once again, this is a whole, like I say, bro, we just, I see this so much. This is why I be like, why all y'all talk about is black fatigue, cherry pick topics. Why don't you guys ever talk about these type of things? Once again, a room full of black men, dreads, afros. Get into it, bro.
All right, welcome back. So, we have seen how black people used to behave. How black people used to behave till today. They always don't want to see black people succeeding. They always don't want to see black person proceeding in life. These people, they enforced a lot of laws to black people. Our ancestors suffered a lot. Black Americans' ancestors suffered a lot in the hands of white supremacists. Okay? They never enjoyed any privilege of schooling. They never enjoyed any privilege of medication. They never enjoyed any problem of having a freedom of movement and doing a lot of things. Okay? These people, they have been there making sure that black people will never get a chance of rising up. And today, they are shocked. Today, they are wondering. Today, they are raged because what they didn't expect to see from black people, today black people are proving them that they are doing it without their consent and without them giving black people authority. Because these people, the system was designed in a way that a black person must have to come and seek for validation from a white person. A black person, in order to do something, he or she was to come and seek for validation from white supremacy. Today, black people are approving white people that they can do on their behalf. They can do without their authorization. They can do without their validation. They can do on their own. These white people wanted to erase our history. They wanted to make sure that they erase the history of black people so that they can rule black people. Do you remember about the inventions? Historical inventions, black inventions? Black people were the first people to invent a lot of things in the world. But what do they learn in the schools? Like in Africa, we were taught many things were being invented by white people. Talk of lighting, electricity, many things, a lot of things, almost each and everything we were being taught that it was all invented by white people. When you go deep, you come to realize that these books were being written by white people. And they wanted to erase the history of black Americans, the history of black people. Today, black are rising up. Today, black have noticed this. Today, black are rising up and they are now realizing the truth. So these people today, they are raged because we are realizing the truth. These people today, they are raged because what they didn't wanted us to get, today, black people are getting. Okay? A video clip that we played at the beginning of this video, that white man shocked seeing a black person driving an expensive car. Okay? That man is shocked. How can a black person driving 100,000 USD Lexus? The guy is shocked seeing a black person driving an expensive car. So the guy is trying to flash back. The guy is trying to rethink that they were there enjoying all privileges, enjoying an American dream, enjoying better school facilities, enjoying better educational facilities, enjoying better health, medical facilities. But today, those people who suffered, today, black Americans who suffered are there outdoing them, are there proving to them that they are still becoming, they are like, I don't know how to explain that. Black people are there proving them wrong, that they can make it. And let me tell you the truth of the matter. These people, where they go wrong, they go wrong to play with God's chosen people. Black people are God's chosen people. If you don't know history, go down and do your own research. You will come to find that black people are God's chosen people. So these people, this white supremacy went wrong by trying to play with this government, with black people. So today they are shocked because the God of black people is proving them that is not dead. The God of black people is proving them that it is time for black people to raise up, and it is time for black people to get their portion, what they used to deny for them for decades and decades of years. That is the truth. So today, black people are succeeding. Today, white people are not happy at all. Today, white people are raged because the time is up. It is time for black people to show their excellence. It is time for black people to prove them that it's time of God's work. Okay? Black power, black excellence. And this is the time. You remember about the Jim Crow law? All these things black people suffered, but it is time black people are proving them that we have waken up, and black people are still silent and doing their things silently and making sure that they are going to do more things. This is a Majoka Report Extra. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly make sure that you subscribe to this channel. We run to 100k subscribers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for continuing supporting this journey, and let's meet to our next video. Peace out.